Welcome to number 2, series 2 of Zippy's Lot. I just wanted to show you outside what we've done today, although most of what we do on this series, this one today, will be in the greenhouse. We've just actually put in 3 rows of white onion sets, and if I show you here what we've done, you'll see we've put them in little rows here, and they're about 8 inches apart, and just the little tops of the onion sets are showing, and I'm just watering these in to give them a little bit of a good start, because over the next few days I don't think there's going to be much rain, so they like to be watered in, which I'm just going to do now, and then you can join me back in the greenhouse. Today we're going to be covering hints and tips, but first of all I just want to give you a summary of what we've planted in the greenhouse so far. So if we have a look at what we've planted, we have our parsnip seeds, we have some violas, we've got sprouts, we've got mixed lettuce, we've got sweet peppers, tomatoes and broad beans. And the seed potatoes, which have been in here a couple of weeks now, are just starting to shoot. So another week, as long as the weather's good, we should be able to start putting in our potatoes. Right, I'm just going to plant a few little gem lettuces, just 5 in total, into the little plant pots here. I've already put in some cauliflower and some aubergines, and what I'm going to do is just plant these up and write them in the book here. So what I'm doing in the book is when these things are planted and how many I've planted. So this is going to be just 5 lettuce gem plants. Now you may be thinking, what's that got to do with hints and tips? Well, I'm going to tell you in about 2 seconds. Right, I'm just going to plant some of the lettuce seeds, like I said. However, not everyone is lucky enough to be able to go to the garden centres and buy the things you need. So just to let you know what I do, a pencil is a perfect dibber for putting your seeds in. So you just wheel the pencil and you take out the seeds you want. So in here we're going to do some little gem lettuce, and we just pop them in there like that and like that. I'll put another 1 or 2. With lettuce seeds I normally put in maybe 2 or 3 little ones, because they don't always all take, and then just cover them over like that, and then you put them in the seed tray like this, and that will be a water tray which will water them. However, if you haven't got these lovely little planters like I'm lucky enough to have from last year, you can use the good old eggshell. Here we have an eggshell, which was a boiled egg originally, and as you can see, we've saved the egg, the empty eggshell that is, and you can use this as your planter. So you put your dibber in, your pencil, and you get a couple of lettuce seeds like this, and you put them in to the egg like that, cover them over. Now some of these eggs have got holes or cracks in anyway, so that means the water, it won't get too wet, and you just put them in there like that, and you water the seeds in, and there you are. Who needs plant plots or even plant plots or plant pots. That's not easy. As you know, we try to stay as organic as we possibly can in our allotment. However, it's not always possible, but I have managed to purchase some labels which are wood, and even the pen is recyclable, so that's brilliant. However, again, if you can't get any of those and you love a lolly, there we are. A perfect lolly stick will make a perfect label. So I'm just going to put on here and write Little Gem Lettuce, and I'm going to put the date I've planted them, which is today, which is the 6th of March, and then I will put them in our row so we know exactly what they are. So just save your lolly sticks, and they're just as good as the wooden labels. With the eggshells that are unsuccessful, which perhaps have cracked a bit too much, don't worry about it, because you can actually crush those up, and when the time comes and you plant your plants outside, eggshell is a brilliant thing to put around your plants, because slugs and snails hate having to climb over there. So just keep the real broken ones. The other thing is, if you haven't got enough planters, a plastic milk bottle cut in half, just pierce the bottom of the milk bottle for drainage like that, fill it up with your soil and plant whatever you would like. So tomato plant or whatever it might be, it can be started in there. Also, if you get mushrooms or anything like that, this container is also brilliant. Just make sure you've got enough holes in the bottom for drainage, fill it with your soil, and again, you can start to grow it. You can get at least 6 seeds in there to start it off in your greenhouse. Those of you that have had children or grandchildren, you may still have a nice little set of knife, spoon, fork, and once these have all grown, to lift them out, you can use any of this. So you don't actually need to buy anything specific. With an old fork, you can just lift the plants out, ready to plant into the garden. And actually the fork is the best one because it won't hurt the roots, but you can actually use any of that little set, and that's a really useful little thing because it doesn't damage the new plants. You'll have seen the previous pictures of the making of the raised beds. Well, here they are finished. They're lined, they're filled with the correct sand, topsoil and earth in consistency. Now, we're not ready to plant in them quite yet because it's not quite warm enough. So we will cover it over. We do get quite a lot of cats down here, so we don't want cats using it as a cat litter tray. So I've just put a couple of bits of wood across the top with a bit of old protection there, a couple of wire protection, and then a little bit of wood and a brick on top just to keep it weighted down. So we've got a tall one and we've got a little one. We're going to do carrots, lettuce and salad items in this one. So we're ready for that in a couple of weeks. Well, that's a bit about it for this session. I'd just like you to notice the fantastic shed that's now been painted blue, believe it or not. That was done by Jules and Wendy's help, and a beautiful job they've made of it, and it looks really smart. So I'm just locking up now for this session, and hopefully you'll join me next session. But what I want you to remember from this one is don't forget those hints and tips. Bye!